Good morning, East Tennessee. Is it colder now than it was yesterday morning? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You don't need me to tell you. You probably can feel it in the house, right? So did you turn on the heat? Very cold this morning. My name is David Aldridge, Chief Meteorologist of Captain Accurate Weather, coming to you by way of the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center. How cold is it? Please don't bury the lead, Aldridge. Tell me, how cold is it? It's in the 20s. How about low 20s? And some cases, the upper teens. My goodness. At 22 degrees at McGee-Tyson, we've been as low as 21 at 5:04 this morning, based on McGee-Tyson Airport records. But it's 17 in Newport. It's 18 in Crossville. And we've got 18 in Athens in McMinn County. Is it cold enough for you? Does it feel like winter yet? Are you dreaming of a cold Christmas? Are you dreaming of a white Christmas? We're going to try and explore some of those answers, at least in the next 15 to 20 minutes. It's now 6:40. Again, I want to talk about the wind chill. There's probably, as I mentioned yesterday, not much wind. So what you see is what you get. 22 may feel like 22 when you look at the wind speeds, because I see some goose eggs. 0 winds, calm winds across much of the area, but where there might be a 2 or 5 mile an hour wind between Wartburg and Jamestown, wind chills might be around 11 to 18. Is that all? That's all. That's just thinking layers. I think there might be some scraping going on, so you might want to give yourself some extra time this morning as you prepare for a cold start to your Wednesday here on the 29th of November. And it's not even December yet. Imagine that. By the way, the Ultimate Doppler Radar, presented by A1 Fincham Heating and Cooling, focused on customer satisfaction. They won't quit until you're happy. Check them out at a1fincham.com. I've got their phone number behind me. But yesterday morning, we had some snow in this area, just north of Big Stone Gap. Pike County, Kentucky had some flakes. 24 hours ago, it was snowing there. Hard to believe, but that is true. By the way, A1 Fincham Heating and Cooling, 865-947-4267. If you're staying cold this morning and not on purpose, well, check out the family-owned and operated since 1982 company. James Fincham started this company back in the year of the World's Fair when it came to Knoxville. That's how long they've been in business locally. And they are based in Powell, but they will come and greet you and make sure that your heating apparatus, your furnace, is working beautifully this winter. So check them out, 865-947-4267. They also have some indoor air quality options I like to brag about, because if you need an air purifier for the whole home, look no further than A1 Fincham, because they've got something that helps with ragweed. It'll help with the spring allergies in a couple of months from now. It takes out mold and bacteria and viruses. Oh, that's good. It takes out aeroallergens. Not even sure what that is. I have to Google that. Pet odors, pet dander. Oh, yes, and the VOCs, that's the volatile organic compounds, like benzene and all sorts of things. It takes out all the impurities, smoke and cooking odors. But A1 Fincham has a very affordable air purifier for the home. Check them out. They also have a cool monthly maintenance plan that I like to brag about, because they'll come out once before winter, which kind of feels like it's already here, and once before summer, to make sure that your heating and air conditioning are in perfect shape. Kind of like a tune-up for your car. We do a lot of maintenance for cars with oil changes and maintenance with tune-ups. Why not have a monthly maintenance plan for the thing that keeps you warm and cool during the summer and winter? So something to think about. By the way, if you're interested in snow, I'm going to cover that here in a moment. But I want to say good morning to you. Are you shivering me timbers this morning? Are you absolutely out of your mind? This is too cold, too fast? If you're on that mindset, love to hear about it. I'm over here on Facebook. I see Fred. Fred is over here. He says, good morning. Grab the coffee. You definitely need some coffee. Wanda Poe says it's 21 here in Newport. Feels colder. Anything in the tropics. Nothing going on there, Wanda, so it's quiet. We have a couple, one more day. One more day until the end of hurricane season officially. Danny says, good morning, David. Hope you have a wonderful day. Go Vols. And Michael Norman says, good morning. He's one of my premium subscribers on Facebook. Glad to see him there as well. But Danny, you might be proud of me. I've got my Lady Vols tie, by the way. They are playing at 5 o'clock today against Notre Dame. They are home. I believe, if I made notes, Notre Dame is 5-1. We're 4-2. And it's on ESPN, too, if you want to watch it on TV. But maybe you're going to the game. 5 o'clock today. Lady Vols playing locally, home today. By the way, the snow cover. Is this a different picture than last winter? Absolutely. Do you think there was this much snow on the ground at the end of November? It looked like this in the Rockies in October. What? Before Halloween, they had some big snows out west. And now they continue to pile up. They've had 1 or 2, 3 inches between Chicago and Kansas City over the last couple of days. That's the snow cover. This is not a forecast, mind you. This is actually what's on the ground right now. And they've picked up almost 11, maybe a foot of snow south of Buffalo. That's not uncommon, especially when the lake effect snow guns are going on strong. The warm waters of Lake Ontario, Lake Erie have now pushed more snow into New England as well. So they've had some snow coming in from the northwest, over a foot, some cases 2 feet of snow. Some of us might have snow envy. And for the future snowfall, they'll continue to add a little bit more today, but nothing like what they've already had so far. In some cases, near Rochester, downwind of Rochester, they were picking up an inch an hour. So I put a tweet on that from my former station. Mark McLean put up a little nice note there. About an inch an hour, not unheard of, especially when lake effects get really going in, say, November, if not October, early November. Here we are, late November, and they're getting certainly a pretty good start with the snow pack. Visibility, not much of a fog issue this morning. Be thankful for small favors. 10 miles visibility, we're not going to be dealing with too much fog. But if you're on the call, let me know. I'm also popping up over here on YouTube. Got about 4 people watching over here. John Han Solo Rider says, good morning. Steve Stone got the smiley face, says good morning. Glad to have you all watching on YouTube. Maybe you've got it on the TV on the bigger screen. Love to have you on YouTube, on Facebook. We're doing both today. Trying to multitask, which sometimes is not always easy to multitask. You know that. If you've ever waited tables, you know exactly what I'm talking about. By the way, all those purple shaded areas in Georgia and Alabama, those represent freeze warnings. You think? Yeah, I'd say even Destin's got a freeze warning. I'm thinking frozen orange juice this morning. Maybe you like your orange juice frozen. Maybe you prefer it to be nice and room temperature. But in this case, it's pretty cold down across the deep south. Snowflakes still flying across the Great Lakes, as we've already highlighted what's on the ground. But around the country, we'll be watching Texas over the next 24 to 48 hours. Severe weather likely to break out down there tomorrow. So temperatures right now, if you're just joining me, is 22. We've been as low as 21. I expected 21, but the record low, are you ready for this? The record low is 12. No way. You know, what's my notes? 12 degrees. It's never been 12 degrees on the 29th of November. Oh, yes, it has. It's been 12 twice. It was 12 in 1872. Oh, that's a long time ago. And in 1929, there have been records that show that Knoxville has been that cold, 12 degrees, on the second to last day of November. So as cold as it may be, you can't even say it's within spitting distance of the record low, because we're 22, and we've been as low as 21 like Oak Ridge is right now. 12, the record low for this date. Not even close. Not even worth mentioning, but I'll mention it, because anytime it gets really cold, people say, this has got to be a record. It's actually no record, but it's 7 degrees colder now than it was this time yesterday morning, and it's 15 degrees colder in Middlesboro, poor Bell County, feeling a lot of cold air pouring down from the north today. And the winds today will actually be picking up out of the southwest, 5 to 15, particularly in the afternoon. And I suspect gusts will be close to 25. So we're going to find gusts of wind. That's going to get us back into the upper 40s to low 50s. I expect a high of 51 today. So 51 would feel, I don't know, balmy compared to where we are right now, because it's the bitter cold start that was well advertised. Notice it's 21 in Jackson, Kentucky. It's 16 in Johnson City, but they're all the way up to 37 in Memphis. And those little red arrows swimming up like salmon, coming up from the south and west, fishing right all the way up into the mid-Mississippi Valley. It's freezing in Paducah. There's some warmer air trying to transport here during the course of today. We're going to find abundant sunshine today, no doubt about that. Tracking the clouds, not much to see here. In fact, there's not much to see in the broader view. We had snow, I mentioned yesterday morning in Pike County, Kentucky. That's all disappeared, and there's really nothing within striking distance for us. So outside of the sunrise at 7:25, sunsets at 5:23. These are the exact same times as yesterday. So our times are slowing down as we get closer to the winter solstice, but days are pretty short. There's no question about that. As you get your kids ready for the bus stop, please make sure they have a jacket. Sometimes it's an argument, maybe a disagreement, maybe it's just a not meeting of the minds, where I have to say to my daughters, hey, would you wear a jacket? Oh, that's not cool. Hey, it's cool when you don't have it, or maybe it's really cold if you don't have the jacket. You know parents know what I'm talking about. 34, 10, 49 at 2. I think even grandmas and grandpas realize how hard it is sometimes to get kids to wear the jacket when they have to. But it's cold, my friend, early this morning. Here's where we're headed. Here at 6:49, I'll be done in 11 minutes or less. I suspect a high in the upper 40s for Talbot, White Pine, Morristown, Alpha, and Russellville. 49 Morristown. 53 for Newport, Dandridge. About 51 for, Jefferson City, Knoxville, Sevierville, about 51. 52 for Kingston, Rockwood, Harriman, 50 for Oak Ridge, Clinton, about 51 for La Follette. So it's a far cry from that now, but we will get there eventually, and that's going to be transported with the southwest wind, 5 to 15, gusting to 25 this afternoon. So every time you feel the wind this afternoon, at least it's from a warm weather direction. That might be the bonus. Here are the headlines. Bitter cold start today. No question about that. Hazy sun, scattered clouds tomorrow. We are warmer tomorrow as we make a run toward 60. I have us at 59 tomorrow. And then, yes, more rain comes in to end the week. We're going to talk about severe weather possibilities and where they might be here in a moment. By the way, A1 Fincham has some free tips how you can save some money. One of them might be as easy as changing those filters monthly. Check your drafts in your home, and you might want to seal them up. You probably know right now exactly where the air is coming into the home right now because it's so cold. I know where it is. So now that you've isolated those areas, seal them up so that you'll be ready for the rest of what winter brings. Consider more insulation. Older homes typically need more. And don't want to leave out clear the area around the condenser unit. We're talking about grass, weeds. Sometimes it builds up around that condenser unit outside. And then use a programmable thermostat. The suggestion from A1 Fincham would be adjust it 4 to 7 degrees down in winter and move it 4 to 7 degrees up in summer. This can actually save you some money in the long haul. And of course, schedule some regular maintenance checks. They offer their A1 Fincham's monthly maintenance plan. They also offer great discounts for seniors. Ooh, see, and veterans. That's a lot of folks. So make sure you check that out. They've got some great deals if you're a veteran or senior with upfront pricing. But you can space it out over the years. They come out, do a very thorough check twice a year, and you'll feel much more, you'll have peace of mind as you head into the winter season. By the way, Futurecast shows this cold air retreating once the warm air starts to move in, and these represent 5,000 foot temperatures. We start to warm up nicely in time for Friday. That's why Friday, it's just rain. It's not even close to being precipitation types. It's all one type. It's liquid. So we've got rain coming in on Friday, and then it warms up nicely for Saturday and Sunday with the warmer colors in green. But then we're going to lock and reload. As I mentioned in last night's video, everything's going to come back and forth like the tide. We're going to find no consistency. Only we might have consistency like 2 days in a row, but then it's going to start, the pendulum is going to swing again. So every couple of days, 2 or 3 days, you're going to say, I wish I knew how to dress, because it keeps changing. And that's why it's so important for you to download the free Captain Accurate weather app to keep score of what's going on. Right now we have 22 degrees at the airport. We have no winds, so 22 naturally feels like 22. That's not hard to figure out. And we're looking at some very cold air. A couple of notes from you as I continue to wear my Lady Vols tie today. Burr says, Becky Wink Connor. I agree with you. You know, that is not a meteorological term, but it's one that everybody understands. I love the Burr. Thank you, Becky. Oh, stay warm, says Hallie Gibson. Glad to see she's got the cold emoji. She's describing it beautifully. Dawn and Randall Smith says, happy hump day. Oh, stay warm. Love that. And Jeff says, good morning, Captain. Haven't been on a while, but great to be tuned in. Sure missed your forecast, the best in East Tennessee. Very, very thankful for you, Jeff. Thank you for that compliment, and I appreciate it. Hope you all have a great season. Now, we are talking about a cold spell here. We're kind of like at the bottom of the barrel with temperatures in the low 20s, upper teens, but it's going to get better even today when we make a run into the upper 40s to low 50s. So 22 is harsh right now, but it will get much better. Here are the planner numbers, hour by hour. How quickly can you get? Now, if you had to go to the grocery store today, or if you had to make a run at the pharmacy, you had to get outside, and you're just dreading this cold, give yourself some time. At least wait till noon when it's back in the 40s. You mean I just have to wait until 12 noon and I'm in the 40s? Yes. It's like we're going to double the score in just a few short hours. So be patient. We should finish the day around 51. And that's all compliments of that southwest wind that's already taken hold over Memphis, and it's headed here. Precipitation chances I have us at 60% chance Friday. Mostly cloudy Saturday with a hit or miss shower. I'd say it's spotty on Saturday. And by all accounts, I think we're still in that spotty range Sunday. There's been a lot of back and forth as far as the data, but even down the road, we may be back into this dry pattern, but getting colder heading into early next week. Now, as far as precipitation going into severe weather, there will be some of that. Now, they've added, our friends at the SPC, Storm Prediction Center, has now gone to the orange color. Not because they're Tennessee fans. No, they're in Norman, Oklahoma. They are predicting numerous, he says, numerous severe storms possible, level 3 in orange, in parts of southeast Texas. Not today, but tomorrow. Tomorrow is really back to the second severe weather season. But Dallas, Houston may pick up some isolated thunderstorms today. General thunderstorms, we'll say. Nothing off the chart today. But that really changes tomorrow once the warmer air starts to move back into play. Look at the colors now. Oh, what day is that? That's tomorrow. Oh, no, I have family down there, you might be saying. Oh, I have friends down there, you might be saying. Well, I hope they know if they're around Texas A&M, College Station, Houston, maybe even Galveston, there's going to be some scattered severe storms in yellow, numerous severe storms around Texas A&M. So areas in Texas are going to feel the brunt of some nasty storms. Dallas may be isolated. That's why they're shaded in green. And again, Norman, Oklahoma is home to the Storm Prediction Center. So they look at the entire country. They've put some general thunderstorms in Memphis by tomorrow. And they do bring it into our southern valley for tomorrow. So Friday, excuse me. Friday is when we get some of the rain. Some of the severe weather, isolated as it may be, it may affect Destin, may affect New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Montgomery, even Birmingham. But you can see, at least for our viewing area, if we get any thunder on Friday, it's going to be mainly south of Interstate 40 based on their analysis. And that would include Madisonville, it would include Etowah, and it would include Athens and Philadelphia, Nyota, and all the rest. So nothing severe expected here, but it's going to be developing Thursday down to the south. Let's take another look at the broader view. As you can see, it's pretty quiet. High pressure will be our fair weather friend today. So lots of blue sky as we go from bitter to milder. Midday on Thursday, it starts to move into Little Rock and Jackson, and eventually Thursday night, Friday, timing is still iffy. Some bring it in more like at 2 in the morning Friday. But I do think it'll be sloppy enough Friday that the wipers will be going, and then it'll be slowing down for the second half of Friday afternoon. So most of the rain starts late Thursday night and into Friday morning with lesser amounts. There could be a spawn shower from the front that comes in like so. And that's why I left some spotty rain on Saturday as well. So not going to see a whole lot of rain this weekend as compared to Friday. Friday's your best chance. Now, as far as the Futurecast, talked about the warming of the 40s at noontime today. Takes all day to get there. Well, all morning anyway, because we're in the 20s now, and it'd be hard-pressed to say we're going to be the 40s, but that's where I expect to be. And by the end of the day, which these days now is between 3:30 and 4, we should be around 51 degrees in the valley. Many areas may not get out of the upper 40s. We head into 4 o'clock and then get much colder. Tonight's going to be mostly clear for the evening, but more high clouds will stream in overnight. Low temperatures tonight should be in the lower 30s. Moved us down to about 31 for the overnight low tonight. But again, it's the high, thin cirrus clouds that will prevail overnight tonight with a light southwest wind as well. So at least on Thursday, we're in the upper 50s. Pushing near 60. Then the rain comes in, you can see there, and that brought in mostly at 2 in the morning. So I think a Friday morning will certainly be a little sloppy in terms of the rain. Bitter cold start today. It's now 6:58. I'm going to finish right on time. And I got some other notes. Sunny skies. Look at the winds, though. 5 to 15. It may not be moving much now, but give it until about 10, 11 a.m. Certainly by 2 p.m. You're starting to, it's a little breezy. But at least it's a warm wind. You can tell your kids that because they'll be impressed that you know that the wind is actually warming us up slowly but surely, as well as the bright sunshine. 51 in La Follette, 47 in Middlesboro, 53 in Athens. We showed you this map a moment ago, but this is where I expect to be this afternoon. 50 for Oak Ridge and Clinton. 59, though, today in Memphis and Jackson, 58 in Nashville. Those are my expected highs today. Got another message to you. Say hello. Bob Alford says, good morning, David. Just got to work in Crossville, and it's 18 degrees. Brr. I agree, Bob. It's tough. This is one of those things that this is like a preamble, because I believe the next 30 days is going to be like this, right? This. No consistency. That's my theme for the next 30 days. Right through Christmas and into New Year's. No consistency. Maybe we get to January, and it's cold all the time. Well, then it's consistent. But if between now and then, it's back and forth. And so it's a battle, for sure. Wanda says, got all these cold nights. Why can't it snow? She's ready for snow. It's all around us, Wanda. But be patient. It'll come. Marilyn Bell sending me some stars. She's very sweet. Thank you. And Lana Johnson says, it's cold makes my coffee taste better. Ooh, I like that. That's a nice little twist. My coffee will taste better? That's a good selling point. Thank you, Lana, for that. She says, have a great day. Cold and clear in Kodak. So glad to have Lana here as well. All right, so our forecast here at 6:59. will put us in the low 50s today. That's a tough sell when you're in the 20s and teens right now. But at least tonight, it's not as cold. It's cold, man. It's freezing. What are you talking about? I'm talking about our low tonight with the excess of high clouds and a southwest breeze, 3 to 8. We should drop down to about 31. That's a big improvement over 21 by the order of 10 degrees. So 10 degrees warmer, but it's still freezing. I know it's all relative. That's our expectation tonight. But speaking of tonight, it's a mostly clear evening. More high clouds arrive late, winds 3 to 8 miles per hour for the overnight period. Here's your Captain Accurate 7-day forecast. Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast. Notice at 7 a.m. we are right on time. 59 for Thursday. See what I mean? We're warming up into the 60s this weekend. But then it's going to go the other direction, because I wouldn't be surprised if a week from tomorrow, a week from today, I should say, next Wednesday, what is that? That's the 6th. By the time we get to the 6th, it's even colder, because we're going to lock and reload some of the cold air from Iowa, from Canada, from the Northwest. So it's going to be back and forth, and that's why it's so important for you to check out the A1 Fincham monthly maintenance plan. Call over their phone number, 865-947-4267. You got to make sure your heating apparatus, your furnace, your heating is working, and you've probably had a test run today. If you are shivering right now and going, I don't know what to do, give our friends at A1 Fincham a call. Give them a chance. And by the way, they've got a great website I have behind me. This is what their website looks like, a1fincham.com. So if you're on this target, on this picture, you're over the target, which is good. And you want to call them at 865-947-4267. They are who I recommend highly. And with these temperatures up and down, you may feel like I need to get something going before the next cold snap comes back into play, because all that might be of help to you this upcoming winter. Well, my name is David Aldrich. Some people call me Captain Accurate. It's not easy being accurate, so weather doesn't surprise you. We'll see you here next time. Take care.